if my tragedy never becomes triumph, if my brokenness all never becomes a blessing, if my heart never stops aching, if my questions are never answered, if my sorrow never becomes joy, if my hurt never becomes hope, if my storms never cease, if my billows never stop blowing, if my furnace becomes my home, if my ashes are scattered to the wind, if God does not step in, my God, our God, I'm here to let you know God has done enough. That if God never does anything else for me, God's already done enough for me. Can I tell you what God has done for me? God woke me up this morning. Can I tell you what God also did for me? God woke me up this morning. Can I tell you what God also did for me? God woke me up this morning. Can I tell you again what God has done for me? God woke me up this morning. Let me say it again. God woke me up this morning. If God woke me up this morning, God's done enough for me. I've already seen the beauty of serving Christ. I've seen what trusting God can do. But if God doesn't do it, I'm still gonna trust in God, because though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Even when night stays night and my blues never become joy, I'll still trust in God. Even though I'm locked in a dungeon, I'll still trust in God. Is there anybody in here? Do you have an anyhow, hallelujah, that you know that you trust in God? God hasn't done what you want God to do, but God's still God. God still allows the sun to shine and the rain to fall. I'm so glad that God is still God, that God doesn't work on my timetable and God doesn't work on your timetable. Because if God worked for you and God worked for me, it would be a big mess around here. But I'm so glad that